Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the Music Factory Studios. On this channel, we cover all kinds of subjects from tech to music to all things related to things that make us more productive. And one thing that makes me more productive is the Opera web browser. I've used Opera since the early days. So after the fall of Netscape Navigator, because of Microsoft's atrocious Internet Explorer fiascos of the late 90s, I turned to Opera. This is before the days of Google Chrome and in the early stages of Mozilla's Firefox. Opera has always been on the cutting edge, and I really enjoy Opera. One thing that's awesome about Opera is its social media integration on the sidebar. It's also able to use Chrome extensions. So any of your favorite Chrome extensions will work in Opera. But I found something very interesting today. As I was checking out an update to the Opera browser, as you can see all of the options you can have, it has a built-in VPN that you can use at any time. All you have to do is click up here and turn it on, and it costs nothing, which is wonderful. It has a built-in ad blocker that you can use right here. But the one thing that was kind of missing was just the look and feel. It has a dark mode and a light mode, as you can see here. So, I mean, it has that option. But Opera just came out with something new called Opera GX. Now, Opera had tried a new browser called Opera Neon, and I've got a video of Opera Neon on the channel. I thought it was a great browser. The only problem was no extensions or anything was added to it. So the big issue was you couldn't use ad blockers or something like Stylus, so you could make really bright white pages dark, things of that nature. But now we have Opera GX, which is a gaming browser. But don't think of it as a, quote, gaming browser. Think about this as a very powerful productivity tool. Because a lot of us, when we're using things like video editing software or music creation software, sometimes we have to keep our browser open. And this browser has something very interesting in it. It has the ability to limit the RAM usage and the CPU usage in the left-hand corner. And I thought, well, why not? Let's grab a copy of this and see what it's like. And I will tell you now, if you enjoy the regular Opera browser, you're going to absolutely love Opera GX. So let's check out Opera GX right now. Okay, now we're in Opera GX. Opera GX has a little easy setup button over here on the right hand side where you can change the color of the browser to whatever you want, or you can click on the extended and get really detailed into what you want it to be. You can have black, white, and any color in between. I personally like it to be red, as I've been a fan of Opera for years, as you can tell. You have different greeting wallpapers here. You can also use your desktop wallpaper if that's what you want to use. There is a bookmarks bar, a news aggregate, the sidebar, speed dial suggestions. You can also turn off the sound, so when your mouse hovers over something, you don't hear the sound from the splash screens and things of that nature. You can turn on the ad blocker, MyFlow, which if you have a link on your phone, whether it's Android or iPhone, if you're using the Opera Touch browser, you can send that link to your desktop, or vice versa, send a link from your desktop to your phone. It's really, really handy. And I mean, it's really awesome. Now, if you've been an Opera user for years, you can use the synchronize option, which will synchronize all of your data, bookmarks, and everything. And it it works great. That way, if you get a new computer, you don't have to try to remember all of your passwords. It has a password manager. You can encrypt it, and it works extraordinarily well. Now, something I am going to say very quickly is to turn on the VPN, you need to go into settings, which is this little button here. In the search extensions, hit VPN, or excuse me, I'm sorry, not extensions. I hit the wrong button. Settings. There we go. Let's hit VPN, and we can turn on the VPN here. Now, it will show yellow and then blue once the VPN is completely connected. All you have to do to turn off the VPN is just click on it and turn off. Now, that's pretty handy. Now, let's go through some of these features. We can turn on the ad blocker, but what you want to do after turning on the ad blocker is go into Manage Exceptions, turn off ads for whatever sites you don't want to see ads on. So let's say you watch a lot of YouTube videos. We can remove Google, remove Yandex, and remove Facebook. These were all exceptions that would let you have ads anyway. So now we have a clean start. You can also add lists such as the malware block or ad block warning removal, and always click update just so the lists are updated. Now, you can change the backgrounds, the wallpapers. I mean, there are a bajillion of them, so check that out. You can have the bookmarks bar, which will be up here in the top, off and on. Now, one great thing about Opera is, unlike Chrome, if you put the page zoom to 150, all pages will zoom 150. Or in Chrome, if you open up, say, a page that let's say you make the page 150 instead of 100 in its size, all the other pages become 150. One great thing about Opera is if I make YouTube, say 125, and I make, Facebook 150, when I go back to YouTube, it'll be 125, and Facebook will always be 150. That's the great part. The sad part is you have to do it for every site the first time, but that's no big deal. Now, another cool option is this. On the sidebar, if you right click on the sidebar, you can add Facebook Messenger as a pop-out. Okay. You can add WhatsApp if you're a WhatsApp user. You can add Telegram if you're a Telegram user. And let's see. There's WhatsApp. There's Telegram. Here's Twitch. And if you're in Eastern Europe or Russia, there is an option to use VK, which is kind of like because I've not logged into them, they won't be here yet. Now, because those options I don't use, like VK, I don't use VK, and I don't use WhatsApp. You also have instant search, personal news, bookmarks if you want them that way instead of a bookmark bar, speed dial, which is just a place for you to put things so you can come back to them. That's a little different from bookmarks. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. Now let's talk about this GX control. Let's say you're editing a video and you know it's going to take a lot of CPU usage and RAM usage, but you need to keep your browser open for, let's say, Facebook Messenger and something like, Mastodon or one of the other social networks. And you need to maybe be looking at a YouTube video that is your reference for color or something. We can turn on the RAM limiter and set it to how many ever gigs of RAM we want it to only use. So if we only want it to use 4 gigs of RAM, it will stay there. And on the CPU limiter, we can limit it down to 25% of CPU usage. That way, the CPU that we actually need for our productivity isn't being gobbled up by the browser, unlike if you keep Chrome open. So that's pretty handy. Can't ask for any better than that. So if you're looking for a really great new browser, if you're sick of Chrome, if you're kind of bored with Firefox, a great option is Opera. And Opera GX is really great for those who need social media, Twitch, and you just want something new, but you want to be able to use your favorite Chrome extensions. So if we want to get more extensions, we'll go into the Opera extensions. So click on the square. It will open this page, and then just click Get More Extensions. Okay. On the top of the page, always, you will see this Install Chrome Extensions. If you click on that, just to add it to Opera, now you can go over to the Chrome Web Store and add any of the Chrome extensions to the Opera web browser. Now, what it's going to do when you go to the Chrome Web Store, you're going to pick an extension, you're going to click Add to Opera, and then it's going to open a tab. Just wait a second. Let Opera check and make sure it's not a malicious or a bad extension, and then it will say install, and it will pop up right on that page. So let's head over to the Chrome Web Store. Chrome Web Store. Let's just grab any old, well, let's grab one of my favorites. Stylish. Stylish allows you to turn any website light or dark. So if you're kind of sick of Facebook's bright white light coming off the screen, you can make it dark. Now let me flip through here. You will see it says Add to Opera. We'll click Add to Opera. It will give you this pop-up. Just click OK. Now see how it opened up a new page? I don't see anything here. Just wait. Give it a moment. Let it download Stylish. Make sure that developer mode is turned on up here in the top corner. And give it just a moment here. I'm also screen recording at the same time, so it does take a moment. There it is. Stylish. Custom themes for any website. Click install, and then yes, install. And guess what? Stylish is there. We will click next, and I will show you how it works. Okay. Now that Stylish is installed, up here in the top right hand corner, you will click on Stylish, and the library will let you install dark themes. All you have to do to turn them off is go to install and just turn them off. If you want to delete them, click the little garbage can. That's it. Now, as you can see how powerful this is, especially using Chrome extensions, I will say this: use the Opera extensions first. So search the Opera extensions because they will be a little bit better in compatibility. So if you use something like, say, Pocket or Smooth Scrolling, the other ad blockers like AdBlock Plus or uBlock Origins, you'd be better off to get those from the Opera Store than you would to get them from the Chrome Web Store. They will work better with Opera. This is Opera GX, the new browser from Opera. It seems to be the next wave of awesome browsers. All right, guys and gals, hope you enjoyed this. Go grab a free copy of Opera GX today. Go to the Opera website, and at the top, click Opera GX, opera.com, and then click on Opera GX at the top, and you can get a copy of Opera GX today. Have a great day, y'all. We'll see you next time.